Hi Juanita, thanks for taking my call. So here is a couple things that you can share with your partner. The website says USA All Sports, and that's not your name. Uh, so when we're looking at, I gotta sneeze. I am so sorry, I felt it coming. So when we're looking at names, so if we were to take the SA off of there, see it's taken, so we know he has it or whomever has their name on it is at HostGator based on our conversation. Remember, the domain name has to have a registrar, and then the hosting the site has to live somewhere, right? So the domain name is really the important part because it usually reflects the name of the business. But if I do just allsports.com, USA All Sports, let's do a search. That's a premium domain name. And the reason why USA and sports is going to hit pretty strong. So it's $300 to buy this domain for the first year. Okay. And then it's $17 a year. So it's because it's a premium high keyword. You see it says premium domain. That means it's going to get a lot of traffic all on its own. That might be a smart investment. But in case we don't have the funds for it and you just want to do USA All Sport, even All Sports available. So if we got to do something near and dear to the one that says, at the end SA, and I think they'll do better because look what the value of this domain right here is going to be after you buy it. It's going to be worth $2,100 and it's only, what, $12 for the year. So once we establish a domain name, then you go, and you always want the domain name to really be target rich for the name of the business, what it does, and then can the audience get it, right? And then the searchability of that really plays a big role. So that would be really easy in case we don't get the access to the domain at HostGator. Now, getting access to the website is really easy because all they would have to done is just type in USA All Sport SA. .com, WordPress login or WordPress admin, either one, and you see there'd be some sort of setup here and a password. Here's a client's website. I'll just show you real quick. I have my own little admin number, logins I use, and a password unique for each one. So when I log in here, then it gives me back dashboard access. Now, just to show you quickly, so you can explain to your partner how easy it is for this guy to send me admin access. He just has to type in like Joe A, right, or admin or dude, whatever, my email, the jag at jagdigitalservices.com, like I sent you on a text, first and last name for me, or he can even leave that blank and then just put the name of this website here, whatever you guys are, USAAllSportSA.com, and the password, it automatically generates a temp password. Then he changes this to administrator, and then he says add user. When he does that, the WordPress website will send me an invitation via email. I will update my password, and then I'll have access. That's to have access to all the backend and all the content. So when we do view the site from the backdash, this is where we actually go in and build the design of the site and what it looks like and how it functions to the people that are using it. The backdash, in your case, this is not a WooCommerce site or e-commerce site, but in here you'll see a list and you'll see WooCommerce and a big admin panel for inventory management, etc., etc., etc. Shipping, pricing, all that's in there, right? Kind of a cool deal. So that's how that works. So having admin access to the back end of this website is great, but it doesn't do everything unless we can get access to the domain name, right? And as I just showed you, there's a couple options. If they don't want to do it, fine. We'll go get this one. I've already got your website copied down, even if they don't give us access to the website. I went and looked at it. He really didn't get a lot done. So there's going to be still a little bit of work to do. But we are very savvy when it comes to the e-commerce stores. So to give you an idea, how do I know what I know? So I got a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay. So let's take a look at all this stuff here. And I'm going to pop it all up so we can see it. Okay. So Bluehost is the name of the company. They're like GoDaddy. They're a big group. And then they have a bunch of like small subsidiaries. Bluehost is who's hosting the website. That's where the website lives. Okay, and then when I take a look at who owns the domain, you can see USAAllSportSA.com. The domain is registered, And HostGator is the host, so that's also where the domain is, which is owned by Bluehost. Okay, HostGator is where it's at. If you don't have credentials to it, he don't rightfully have to give it to you because he gave you your money back. But if it's in the company's name, it'd be really wise for him to have that back. You know, the worst case thing is you got to sue this cat to get access to that domain. Well, let's go get something else that's more powerful and impactful than this name, but it's close to it, and then we can redirect this one if he ever gives it up, right? Instead of paying, he can even ask for $300 for this because he knows you got to have it, right? I don't want you to be held hostage. So it's really important about that domain name. Then I can show you that here it says HostGator. This is called a host name server. There's an IP address. There's an outbound one. There is an this one's the inbound one here. You can see my little cursor. And then that's just how the thing functions forward and backwards. And then even supports email, Office 365, Gmail, or even some private email accounts that some of these companies will give you. Okay, so to recap, I need access to HostGator, your credentials to your domain and hosting. And I need admin access to your website. If we get none of it, plan B, I've already got the existing site copied down. I can turn around, grab a fresh domain, and then host it with us. First year hosting is free. The following year is $249. I don't know, it's 20 something bucks a month. So, and we have a bandwidth in USA 24/7 US support English. Same thing with the domain. I'll register at GoDaddy 24 US English support. Hopefully that helps get your heads around what we're talking about. And sorry about that. And you can kind of see the direction we're trying to go. This is really easy for that to happen, but it sounds like there's being an issue. But to be honest with you, he gave you your money back. He doesn't have to necessarily give you this information, right? So hopefully that's not the case. But anyway, we got to get you going because school's about to start, and I think you're going to miss a big sales bubble. So we might as well get some online sales. All right, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.